What is up, party people? Welcome to another episode of Hog Rider Radio. I said Hog Rider Gaming. I'm so used to saying that now.
You've been doing a lot of gaming.
Gosh. Hog Rider Radio, where we talk about nerdy stuff. We have our Superman stuff on right now. That's because we're going to have a Superman podcast later. But for now, we're talking about something else. But first, I just want to introduce everyone. We have the bearded PogChamp. I forgot your name. I about said bearded 3-eyed, and I was like, whoa, holy crap. That's the mixture of both of y'all. Bearded PogChamp. Ethan Justice. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I've had a lazy day today, so
Same
I've
here.
been
Same here.
just all planning to come here.
Yep. And then next to him, the 3-eyed Raven. Raven Arrington.
What's up? I worked here. I worked today. So yeah.
I worked here.
Well, I did work here. So
Oh, okay. Cool.
That's it.
Nice. We have a little location change today. We're back to our old stuff, but we'll be back
Back to
to
the old
Chad's probably
Chad's
next week.
No,
Chad's.
but y'all will be there next
Oh,
week.
yeah.
No, wait. No, y'all ain't doing one next week.
Yeah, we are. I know what you did last summer.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the only one y'all doing. Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
Word.
But yeah, we'll be back for that podcast next week at Chad's house. A little bit more of a relaxed location there, but we're here today. And
We're still relaxed here.
oh yeah, these chairs are very comfortable. Maybe not as comfortable as Chad's couch, but it's
Yeah.
up there. You did a good job.
Dang. All right.
It was a compliment. I said you did a good job.
I appreciate it. All right.
All right. Anyways, yeah. Today we're talking about The Bear, season 4.
Mm-hmm.
The bear?
The Bear.
I thought we were talking about a bear.
No.
Screw it. All right.
Get off my Expo Chef now!
Well, Braven hasn't seen The Bear, I don't think, all the way through. So I guess he's talking about a bear. I don't know what bear he would be mentioning.
For no freaking reason.
Oh, he's taking his chair. He's taking his chair back. Well, great. Now the set's all ruined. You messed it up. Look, there's a gap over there now. They do. They see it. It's right there. Look at the gap that you caused. Now, Ethan, we don't want to look like we're we're like social distancing here. There you go. There you go, buddy. There's a gap. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Anyways, we're talking about The Bear. Not a bear. The Bear. This would be sure. Starring Jeremy Allen White, Io Debris, Ebon Moss Bachrach. I might be saying that right. And a lot of people. Just a ton of people. The comedy show on FX, which is also Hulu and Disney Plus. But yeah, we've seen all the way through.
All the way.
We watched it pretty quickly. You watched it very quickly.
Oh, I watched it within the week that it came out.
Yeah, and then I took a while. I watched it with my parents, so whenever we had time, we try to get it through. But yeah, like 10 episodes. It's come out to great reviews. Each season usually does. So yeah, we'll start spoiler free, even though it's been out for about 2.5 weeks, maybe 3 weeks,
Something like that.
something like that. We'll start spoiler free just for the first bit. And yeah, Ethan, what did you think of The Bear season 4?
Well, ever since, I'll be honest, you put me onto this show.
I think I've put on everyone in my life to the show, besides the people who put me on.
Yeah. But ever, since season 1, every season that's come out, I'm just been like, it's good. It's just consistently good, like, character stuff. And this season is no exception. Like, you get, like, deep character dives in different episodes. Like, they deal with, like, some pretty heavy issues, like, very heavy. And it's just as stellar as the rest of. Like, I will admit, like, I think this season is even stronger than season 3 was because I don't know.
Cool.
So I liked it a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm recording show still in Branscombe. I don't think I said who I was. Did I? Did I say who I was?
I don't think so. You're extra gorgeous today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. But I love me and you are matching too right now. I can see it. But yeah, so I started watching The Bear right after season 2, I think. Basically, like maybe a month after season 2 came out. And so I started watching season 1, season 2. Season 1 is really special to me just because of things I've been through in life. The ending of season 1 is just extremely pertinent to who I am today. I want Let It Rip tattooed on me somewhere. It's in my Instagram bio. Just kind of living by that principle. And also that scene where it's a note card. And I got John Bernthal to sign that note card at GalaxyCon. I could put it on the screen right now. I met John Bernthal, and he's really, really sick, really cool. But very, very special show that season 1 was great, and season 2 somehow was even better than season 1. I don't even know how that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then season 3 wasn't as good as season 2, but I would say it's on par with season 1. And then we get season 4, which is, I think, probably the best of like the mixture of all those seasons, because each season kind of does its own thing with like tone and pacing and how the show kind of carries itself. I think the season 4 is the best example of mixing everything together. I don't think it's the best season. I think season 2 still has that, but this season is still very good. I think it's better than season 3. Maybe not as good as season 1. I'm not entirely sure, but still just great television. I mean, each character gets a moment to shine in this, per usual. I think Carmi's arc in this is, he is the central character of the show, so he gets something to do every season that is very interesting to watch. And this season isn't really I
do feel like he got a little bit less this season. They were focusing more on I think a little bit more on Sid and Richie.
Really?
I mean,
I don't want to get into spoilers, but I think he gets a lot.
He does get a lot, but I feel like they're dedicating a little bit more time to them as well.
Oh, I mean, I think the show is really good at dedicating a lot of time to many different people.
Yeah.
So I talk about Carmi's arc. We'll get into the nitty gritty of all that, but Richie gets a lot to do this season. You kind of get the fallout of season 3 Richie stuff and also season 2 Richie stuff, where it all kind of culminates into something that you get to see the finalization. That's a word.
Yeah.
Of his arc with his wife or his ex-wife. Him finally coming to terms with all that, and also Sydney gets a good amount to do this season. I mean, she navigates being invited. I mean, they talk about this in season 3, so being invited to work with this guy who's maybe not as good as Carmi, but she gets more opportunities than she at this kitchen potentially than she would get working at the beef. So it's how does she, or the bear? Sorry, the beef and the bear, same thing. But
she's got 2 houses she can.
Yeah, how does she navigate that?
Yeah.
And just really, really good character stuff. The soundtrack's great. Again, the directions. I never have to praise that because everyone knows that that's one of the focal points of the show is the soundtrack and the way the show looks. It's just directed so well. Sometimes the writing is slower paced each season, and that kind of makes people fall off. Or season 3, for example, was probably the most complained about season of The Bear, just because it's slower pacing. There's a lot more sitting around and watching things happen than chaos unfolding. But I think that's a strength of the show, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I think the show this season was another great example of one of the best shows on television right now, and I'm glad season 5 has been greenlit. I would take 1 million more seasons of this show if they allowed it.
Yes and no. I feel like
I know we are scarred from TV shows going too long.
I know. I just don't want it to go too long. That's my thing.
It. But if it's the same level as this the whole time, I will watch this show till I'm 40 years old. I do not care.
As long as it's able to change along with what they needed to go to. Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of change, I mean, we'll talk about this. Actually, we'll get into spoilers right now. Spoiler free. Me and Ethan really liked it. It's great. It's definitely still well received. I mean, it's funny. The comedy's still there this season. I would say the comedy's not as funny this season as it has been in previous seasons, but
it was a little bit less.
But it's still, when it's there, it's there. It really hits. But the drama is also something that just kind of hits hard with this show. And that's, they get the whole, is this a comedy? Is it not? You say whatever you want about that, but at the end of the day, this is just a great show, and I'm glad it's getting a lot of recognition as it is. So that's spoiler free.
Yeah.
Spoilers time. So if you haven't seen The Bear, come back after you've watched The Bear season 4. Or if you don't care, you can just keep watching. But The Bear season 4 has a lot to do. This is what I was talking about with Carmi earlier, with how much he gets to do this season. His whole relationship with Claire, which I have a friend who's never liked Claire.
I love Claire. I love Carmi and Claire together.
Just never liked Claire. And I can kind of understand it just because of there are moments where it's does she like Carmi for Carmi right now, or does she like Carmi for what Carmi used to be back in the day?
Yeah.
Is that what is she looking for? And that was never really properly exposed for that reason. And exactly.
I do feel like
you can talk now.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. Kanan, get your brother over here. I'm sitting there trying to get a thought out, and he's constantly just butting in. Jesus. It's like we're on a podcast here. Anyways, Carmi, Claire, my friend doesn't like Claire, obviously. And we talked about there's reasons why, and I've always been Team Claire just because I think I see the vision there, and I'm like, I like how she treats him, and I think she understands that he's got a lot going on, but she wants to work through that with him. Like she doesn't want to just kind of let him go. Like she wants to be there.
Yeah.
I've never been a Carm. Was it Sid Carm?
No, they're best friends.
Yeah, I've never been a Sid Carm shipper. It's never been something for me that I've seen, and it's not because of like some weird people are saying like, oh, like they're not together because there might be some undertoned racism in there somewhere. But like, it's not the reason. I just never really got that vibe from them.
They love each other platonically.
Yeah, and that's just something that they work together well, and they've done a lot for each other, just kind of in this work area and for each other's personal lives too. But it's never been out of romantic interest. I feel like it's always been because they care about each other so much and they want to see each other succeed. That's the reason that they care about each other.
I was gonna say I feel like a lot of the hate that comes around Claire is because I don't feel like they've developed her as much as maybe some other, like they've developed Sid and Carmi's relationship.
It's because
more.
he's the lead male and she's the lead female. Yeah.
But I do think maybe if they were to like maybe show like a flashback episode of like Claire and like what Carmi and Claire were back then.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. That might help. I don't know. But I've always been Team Claire. So
But like, and this is what happened this season. Me and this friend talk. She's like, have you seen The Bear? I said, yes, I have. She said, oh my God, it was so good. And I was like, I said something about, oh no, I reposted a Claire and Carm edit on TikTok. She stood up and she said, I can't believe it, but this show made me like Claire. And this season made me like Claire. And I was like, I've been trying to tell you. That scene they have where they sit on the porch and she tells you what she was feeling throughout this whole thing. I was like, yes, like that's how I felt she would feel after something like that. Like, Carmi has constantly gotten good things and then constantly left them or pushed them away, or he does that all the time. And she knew that, and she was like, well, it's just so weird that I don't want to push you away, and I don't, like, it's just all this stuff kind of coming to a head. And that scene they have together where Carmi says, I'm sorry, like, oh my gosh, it's just great writing. And their relationship is so freaking good this season. Like, they have like a moment where you're like, are they getting back together?
The under the table thing? I love that.
Yeah,
too.
and it was like that scene on the porch. I was like, are they going to try again? And then she kind of leaves him cold. Like, just kind of, I was like, oh, maybe not. But then they have a phone call, and I'm like, maybe they are. They're kind of joking with each other. And it's like the joking around that we got from the past couple seasons where they were together. And I like that. I was like, you can see when she walks into a room, Carmi lights up. And that's what I saw. And I was like, there's something there that not because she's bad, but because Carmi has a lot going on with him that he can't get to that point with her.
Which I think after the way this season like culminates at the end where he's leaving the bear, I think he'll because my friend was he's like, he can't leave the bear. That's like his thing. I'm like, yes, but also he's got some stuff to, like, if he's able to work on himself, I feel like he'll be better, but also he'll be better for.
I mean, Sugar said at the beginning of the season, like, you love cooking, but if you don't love it anymore, that's okay. And that's why we get that scene at the end where he says that she's like, what's her name? Sydney's like, oh, he's leaving the bear whenever Sugar walks out there, and instead of Sugar yelling at him like Richie and Sydney did, she comes up and hugs him because she knew, like, I could tell you were falling out of love with it anyway. And it's like, oh my God, man, like, this stuff with Carmi is so good this season. It's arguably my favorite Carmi season, in my opinion. Like, it's just so freaking good. And he gets a lot of growth. And one thing I do want to bring up with this season, I know I'm yapping, but
it's your favorite.
It is a podcast, and we talk on that. We were supposed to talk. But what I really loved is season 1 is just chaotic. It is just like, oh my God, I hate this. There's so much happening. It's not that I hate the show. I'm just constantly uncomfortable. I'm constantly on edge. My heart's beating a million miles an hour watching this.
The episode with the carry out stuff
had
me PTSD.
Well, anytime anything remotely bad happens in that show, everyone is screaming at each other. There's no conversations being had. No. It is all emotional yelling and anger and rage and all this stuff that this family has been accustomed to for generations at this point, because now we go back to season 2 where we see the mom, and the mom also acts that way, and it's like, wow, that stuff, it just keeps trickling down. I mean, you talk about generational trauma and how much this show really touches in on that. Like, you progress and you get this season, where I get chills talking about this, where you get the wedding and it's a 69-minute episode. And I was like, oh my, I was like, oh my God.
Good.
I was like, oh my God, something's going to happen. Something crazy is going to happen at this wedding. We've already set up Sugar and Francie, or whatever, Frankie. I can't remember, Francie or something.
Francie.
Yeah. Brie Larson, by the way.
Also,
hilarious.
Sugar in that one scene with Fact.
Which fact?
The-
There are multiple.
Oh my God, what's his name?
the
main one.
guy that gets called Baby, like by her and stuff.
Yeah, but when he's like peeking around.
Oh, peeking around the corner.
He's like, are you mad at
I
me?
think there was a little too much facts in the previous season 3.
Yeah.
They toned them down a lot in the season in ways I was like, all right, I can appreciate a fact scene every now and then where they're just being stupid.
And then Brie Larson.
Yeah, season 3 there was a ton of that, and it was like, all right, we can kind of tone this back a little bit.
Yeah.
But anyways, wedding
Sorry.
episode. I see this and I'm like, oh man, it's another fishes. We're getting another forks are getting thrown at people, and someone's gonna ram a car through the building, and instead it is like the most heartwarming
I was smiling.
and emotionally like rewarding episode of the show so far. If every character gets something out of this that is redeeming to their character specifically, and it doesn't regress anyone, and it doesn't like give them some sort of new conflict. It's just like these, like Richie's arc with his ex-wife has now been
And his
daughters.
daughters.
Yes. Oh my God.
Oh my God. When him and his his wife's like new husband, whatever.
Yeah. Josh Hartnett, by the way, awesome.
Pretty cool.
So
but
good.
like when they were actually like teaming up, I was like, yes.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I didn't cry the whole episode. I was good. The whole time. Almost did when Bob Odenkirk and Carmi talked in the kitchen, where he was like, he talked about you all the time, talking about Mikey.
Yeah.
And like him and like Bob Odenkirk and Mikey actually had a good relationship
After
that. After like the whole dinner thing,
Yeah.
like that, I really started to get like really choked up during that scene. But then at the end where Richie's dancing and then the ex-wife comes and dances with him, and he's like down there, he looks at you, he's like smiling because he's finally kind of moved on and like accepted this, and like not saying that she hasn't moved on by saying this, but like she breaks down instead when they start dancing. Like that was like, oh my gosh, this is just so good. And under the table scene is great too, because the table just gets comically long, and everyone's just under there. It's the biggest table I've ever seen in my life. But
my friend's getting married later this year, and he's like, he told his wife or his fiance,
yeah,
he's like, if everybody disappears, you know where we're at.
under the table.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, like that scene was great. Everyone talks about what they're scared of, and
The one scene during that got me just because it's my family's like this way, so it just I felt it was when Richie's ex-wife, I don't remember her name,
I never do. And it's Jillian Jacobs. It's she's in Community, and she's Adam Eve, and
Yeah.
I never remember the
but
character's
when
name.
she's dancing with the uncle,
he
and
says you're part of.
he's like, you're always a part of the family. I was like,
Oh,
I was like, oh,
because she
my
was scared.
God.
She was like, I didn't want to lose y'all. But then she was like, at this wedding, my family's not here, but everyone. In
All the
y'all's
bears,
family.
yeah, all the bears.
He was
autos.
like, yeah, because you're part of the family forever.
It's
Like
that's
you're
not
not
gonna change.
getting rid of us.
Yeah.
I was like,
I was
oh my God, man, it's so good. And then like we get Jamie Lee Curtis and
Sid.
Sydney stuff. Like it's so good. Like oh my gosh. And like what was I about to say? Oh, and then we didn't even talk about Richie's conversation with Uncle, where he says, "Maybe I'm the sand." Where he's talking about the rock and
Yeah,
sand.
where
thing.
they-
Oh my God, man! I was like, man, this is just so good. And it's like that. Almost every episode has like there's some moments where it's like, oh my God, this is stressing me out.
Mhm.
But there's a lot of reward in this season where it's like
oh yeah,
where I could feel where season 5 wasn't greenlit for a little bit, but this wedding episode made me feel like, well, maybe if the show ended with this season, I'd be okay, because there's a lot of arcs being completed in this that I really, really like. I want to talk about Sydney also, because Sydney goes through a lot, obviously,
Her
with
dad,
getting invited and her dad, and like
that episode where
was great. She kind of breaks down in front of Claire. Like Io Debris, next level. Can't wait to see where her career goes. Like she's just everything I've seen her in. She's like one of the best parts of, and this is no exception here. Like she's just fantastic, and I love the scene where she goes over to this guy. I can't remember this guy's name either. The chef that's trying to recruit her. Do you remember? Nick?
and he's a butthole, so I don't
He's
really
a jerk.
care.
Well, he goes over there and he's very what's the right word? He really tries to adhere to her culture as he thinks he sees it.
It's like a snapshot.
Yeah,
of
he's
what
like,
he
oh
thinks
well, I think if I play rap when she comes over here,
she's
she'll-
gonna like
like
me.
when that's he starting, he's playing rap. I was like, oh.
And then he's surprised that she cuts on Mozart. and
Mozart.
I'm
He's like, oh wow, Mozart. I'm like, this is weird. And then like he also like watches. He also tries to watch the black hair show or whatever it is. I can't remember what it's called.
I don't remember what
Get Hair or something like that. And I was like, this guy is just outwardly being
a little racist.
And that's something that I did not expect this to go down. Maybe I didn't pick up on it in earlier seasons when he was talking to her. But this season, like, that was kind of a new thing for me. I was like, oh, wow, this is...
And then that phone call just cemented it. It's just...
Oh, where she denies it or declines. And he's like,
that's stupid idea.
Stupid. You're going to go to a sinking ship. Like,
I'm like, whoa.
I'm like, hey, man. And I love that conversation that Carmi and her have at the end where they just yell at each other. And it's a very emotionally charged conversation. But then she's like, oh, you think you're better than him? And he's like, oh, yeah, smoke him. Because he knows, like, this guy's not all that. Like, you're going to go over there to some guy who's not as good as me, and you don't have a family over there like you do over here. You're gonna go over there for what? Just to have like a legacy or something like that? I don't know. Yeah. But like that, there's just a ton of, and I mean, speaking of that scene, that last scene.
You are the bear.
Oh gosh, everything that is good
about
is because of you. Like it comes from you, and it stays with you.
I was like looking up at my screen. I was like, like blinking. I'm like, oh my, and past that, like the scene after that with Richie.
God, when Richie tries to hit him.
Like,
or like tries to like beat him up and like Carmi's like holding him and he's like, you gotta listen to me, you gotta listen. Like I was like, that's another thing I talk about with the show where it's like now I'm expecting this scene to break down. I'm expecting like Richie's gonna come out there and they're gonna get in a fight and something's gonna happen. But instead they have a conversation for the first time in this show about how each other felt about each other when Carmi came back.
And then he's like, I thought you hated me. And like, I thought you hated me.
And then he was like, well, I did resent you for a little bit. Like there's like, didn't Richie say that to Carm? Like of like,
your life was perfect.
Oh my gosh, when he talks about the road trip.
Yeah.
God.
He's like, this is what he must be like all the time.
Oh. Carmi was not like that at all. Like it's so good. Like, oh my gosh. Like every conversation in this season has some sort of satisfaction with an arc of some way.
And then
like
you the viewer knows that Carmi went through like hell.
Awful stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, freaking, what's his name? What's the actor's name?
God, I don't remember.
I don't remember. He's in Community too. Joe McHale. Joel McHale.
You're not.
It's so weird watching him in Community because he's a comedian. So it's like he's in Community. He's hilarious, and he's in the show. He is the worst.
The worst.
He's the worst person ever. And then like in season 3, when Carmi's like, "Hey man, you treated me like trash, and I hate you. And like, do you have anything to say for yourself?" And the guy's like, "Well, look at you now. You're great.
Yeah.
If I didn't push you." And Carmi's like,
oh. Very Whiplash.
Yeah. Like I was expecting like some sort of redemption for Carmi in that scene too, and it didn't happen. And it was like, and it was a little bit of a satisfaction for Art of being like, you should put that in the past because that guy sucks and you shouldn't care about what he says. But it's also very like how ungratifying that is to be like, I finally get to tell this guy to his face, you suck and I hate you and I wish I never met you and all this stuff. And he's like, I don't care, you're doing great. Like, bye. And that's it.
He like disregards him,
Yeah. Oh, this guy's so good. This show is so great. Like, oh my God. And it's just we start the show with season with the Mikey and Carmi scene where they talk about the restaurant. Like, oh my God, man. It's so good.
And then I'll be honest, one episode it wasn't so much where I was like crying or anything, but it was just the episode I forget which one it is. It's where that family comes in and they're in Chicago for the first time.
Oh, and they make it snow.
Yeah, and he's like, "Manja, baby,
manja." Oh my gosh!
So but like that whole like finishing of that, you know, he's coming, he's trying to figure out, you know, and then you get the scenes with him and Jess.
Yeah.
Please get together.
That's the couple I'm shipping. Is Richie and Jess, dude. Oh my gosh, there's something going on there.
Just
they're tying each other's ties and stuff. Oh, man, it was hot.
They're all stressed out, but then he realizes, you know, making these people smile is like what.
Yeah, it's all about. And God, man, I'm so excited because I think that's what they're waiting on with him and Jess was to wait till after.
I know it had to be after the wedding.
Yeah, and I was like, that makes sense. Like, and I think season 5 will finally explore that hopefully a little bit. But season 5, I low key do want more millions of seasons of the show. I could watch it forever.
Yeah.
But low key, if season 5 was it, I'd be like, great. If it's like kind of the feel good season of like, look, everyone's gonna be fine after everything they've been through, I'm more than okay with that.
But also, we know how they are, so they might not make.
We know how they are, but they've grown so much.
Yeah.
They've grown so every single. Oh, we didn't even talk about Carmi and his mom. That scene
Oh my God, when
where he
she's
cooks for her.
she's like, I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then that's how he like kind of approached the situation of leaving the bear and like saying I'm sorry also like there's so many correlations in this season between how characters interact with each other, and when that character gets interacted with in a certain way, they then see that and go, maybe I should approach the situation in a similar way.
Because that's what real life is.
Yeah, you learn from other people, and you learn not only from other people, you learn from your family who's trying. Because what did he learn from his family before that? Just the worst way to engage in conflict ever. Yeah. And now everyone's starting to get better and better, and everyone learns at the same rate, I feel like. And that's just like, and we're talking about Tina too. Like Tina,
there was only one episode with her, but it was good. Wait, there was only
episode?
one that was focused on her.
Oh, where she gets the time down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And that was
man, she gets it down under 3 minutes, right?
Of course, then Sid absolutely smokes her with the 2.5 minutes.
Marcus's arc I'm interested in season 5. I hope
we got the goat back.
Oh, freaking Will Poulter!
I'm like,
God, man,
yes!
Everyone came back. That's why I was saying this feels like a final season because everyone was coming back. I was like, oh my gosh, this might be it. But man, he's back, and him and Marcus have a great thing where he's talking about like the trauma. Like he's like, I'm going through so much, like I feel like it affects my work here, and it doesn't make me as good. And he's like, well, no, you should like kind of rearrange that to make it better here.
He's like, chaos helps me here. It's like, no, you can be normal. Yeah. You can be like calm and still do a great job.
He's so good. Will Poulter is so freaking good in this show, and he gets more to do in this season than I think he has really in any season. And he's he's pushing Tina and he's pushing Marcus to like be better. And it's one of those things where Carmi, I think, sees most of this. He sees Sydney get that food out under the time limit and bounce around and be available, and he's bouncing around too. But he's starting to realize like this place would be okay if I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's why it was like so cool whenever he picked up that time after Sid did it, and he's like 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
And I was like, oh man, that's when I was like, the thought entered my head of like, would he leave?
Yeah.
Just to focus on himself because he needs it. He needs it real bad. But I love that that's like the first little like drop you get of like, oh, maybe there's something there. Of like this place would be okay without Carmi. Not saying that it doesn't need Carmi or that they don't want Carmi around.
I don't think he's gone for good.
I don't think he's gone for good either.
He'd be gone for a little bit.
Yeah, I just wanted to work on himself. I want to work on him with Claire. I wanted him to hang out with his mom more.
Oh yeah.
God, when he cooks for his mom, and she's like, no, I'll cook. He's like, no, Mom,
let me do this.
Let me cook for you. Yeah. And I was like, and immediately also like I just started
that's
like
that's how they show love to each other. Like,
and because we go back. Man, I freaking love this show. We go back to season 2 with Fishes and how he wants to help her cook, and she will not let him help. And it's like, and I'm like, oh my God, like why wouldn't she let him? And that's because that's how she is or was. That she was very independent, almost independent to a fault. To a fault. And now she's grown so much to be like, I treated my kids horribly, and I feel like because I did that, I have guilt for how some of them turned out or all of them turned out. Like, and she talks about Richie and like
as a kid.
Oh my God, when she gets the picture of Richie and does she like kiss the picture or something like that? She
does Mikey.
Of Mikey. And she like kisses the picture of like,
and
dude.
She's over there like,
and she kind of feels like responsible for being like, I didn't love y'all enough. Like I wasn't there for y'all enough, and that's when she breaks down. Carmi breaks down because Carmi's really keeping it together, but you can tell on his face. He's like, this is.
Whenever they broach the subject of Mikey,
he can't handle it, and that's valid. And also like, and then at the end of that scene, you get let me cook for you, and it's a callback to when he was like, let me cook for you, season 2, and she's like, no, I got it. And she was very aggressive.
Yeah. And
this time she's like, no, like I don't want that. Like let me do it. Let me cook something. And he's like, no, I'm gonna cook for you. And it was like. Very much like oh my God, I can't believe they resolved that arc in this show. Like, oh my gosh, that was so good. There's so many good conversations throughout this whole show.
The
season has a lot of it.
He needs to step out and be a good uncle.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
When he was holding.
He's holding Sophie. Oh my gosh, little Sophie.
Adorable. Anyway,
Sophie's great. But yeah, I mean, this season's just another example of how great this show is, and it ends well, and it ends right where Carmi's leaving. Now, he's not leaving immediately. He's taking a little bit of time to help them get to a spot where they can be at for him to go.
They're not going to go bankrupt.
Yeah. And I think they're going to I think the uncle and the other guy, computer, are going to talk to this guy that's been talking with the beef.
The beef.
'Cause I think they were formulating something. I was like, interesting.
Like where the beef helps out the bear.
Yeah. Oh, the beef. What are you talking about the beef stuff?
Like
with
They're shooting 40 out of 40 every time. I swear.
What's the guy's name that's over there? Emmanuel?
No, it's
What's his name?
because they always get it wrong. They say Ezekiel. It's
I don't remember. I do not remember. That sucks because he's great.
he's so good.
He's so good, and I like his arc of the season about him like kind of being good, like as a businessman. Like he like kind of kills it. Like he's just like super cool. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, it's gonna bug me.
Yeah, it's gonna bug. It starts on the E, doesn't it? What is it? Ezekiel? No, it's not Ezekiel. Emmanuel. Ezekiel. Ibrahim, something like that.
Ibrahim, yeah.
Oh my gosh! All right, we got it.
They call him Abraham, and then he's like Ibrahim.
But I love that those business meetings they sat down and did. They were so communicative with each other. Did you realize that?
Yeah.
That business meeting, like whenever they have a business meeting at the Bear, it is the most rambunctious, chaotic thing ever. Like Carmi doesn't know math, and he's like,
That's the funniest.
That was the
thing.
funniest bit of the whole season. It was just like he did not know how to do math.
He's like, you got this many hours, which is he goes 3 months.
and he goes 6 months. And then there's those meetings. They sit down and they're throwing ideas out, and they're like, "Oh no, we can't do that." But I like where you're going, and they're like build off that idea if they didn't like. I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is such a cool way to like show one is succeeding and making money, and one is like kind of failing because they're cohesive, they're together." Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, this is a cool way to do that." And then we know that they're going to merge up again, so because they are technically the same thing at this point, but they're going to probably merge up together again, kind of help each other out. Yeah. Ibrahim's going to be the guy.
Yeah.
Ibrahim's going to be the guy. Man.
I love him. That business guy is in the beef, like inside the building, and I can't remember all the facts names, but the other one walks in, he goes, "Looking good."
Oh yeah.
Like, what?
But yeah, I mean, like we said, the show is great, and I can't wait for season 5. I don't know what they're doing. The script hasn't been written yet, so it might be like a couple of years. But
this show don't miss. I swear.
It just doesn't miss. Does not miss. Well, any more thoughts, questions, concerns?
I just think, for me, honestly, I think Sugar was the funniest part of this whole.
Oh, with Francie?
With Francie, and then
I'm surprised that the conflict was that they hooked up.
I know, that was crazy. I was like,
when they said it, I thought I missed something. I was like, wait, who hooked up with who? And then it was like, oh yeah, they hooked up. I was like,
fling back in the day.
I was like, oh, okay.
Listen, never mind. I'm not gonna say that.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna say if I had hooked up with Brie Larson,
I'd be kind of mad if she left me out the dry too.
Yeah,
anyway. I get you, Sugar. I get
anyway.
you. But yeah. Anything else besides Sugar being funny and Brie Larson being hot? Love Brie Larson. She's great in this show. She really fits in for some reason. Like
with
it got
family,
it got spoiled for me.
I'm so glad it did.
It got spoiled for me that she was in. I was like, dang it. But I was like, Brie Larson, and as a fact, like I'm not really sure because when it was introduced in season 3 that John Cena was a fact, I was like, perfect. That is like the best thing ever. This one, I was like, Brie Larson, like would that work? It worked. It works so well. She's so good. She's so versatile. Like I could see her in anything, and I'd be like, all right, Brie Larson's here. I'm down. Like she's just gonna do great. But anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, score time. What would you give The Bear season 4 out of 10? Out of 10. Really think about it.
I think thinking a 9 out of 10.
Okay.
I was going between that and a 10 out of 10, but I mean, maybe there were a couple things that could have been better, but I'm 9 out of 10. I can't really think of them right now, but 9 out of 10 sounds good to me.
This isn't a perfect season of television. There's not a lot of perfect seasons of television. No. And I think it's whether, I mean, Braven just looked at me. It's true. There's not. And I think while this show has just incredible writing all the way through, there are pacing issues every now and then. There are some scenes that go on really long, probably a little too long.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, I feel such gratification every time I watch this. An episode gives me something every time. And with that, I give this a 9.5 out of 10. I love the show. I am also very biased because this is just the show that's near and dear to me. But like I said, I could watch so much more of the show, and I hope it goes out with a bang because, honestly, if it would have ended the season, I would have been okay with it. So, yeah, 9.5 out of 10 for me, 9 out of 10 for Ethan. There you go. There's our review of The Bear Season 4. Check out our other videos, such as... what was last week? We had Jurassic World Rebirth. We had Rematch, which will go up soon. I haven't uploaded Rematch. And then Ironheart. Those videos are up and ready to go. They're pretty fun. Ironheart was a fun one. So is Jurassic World Rebirth because it's a bad movie. So it's really fun to talk about. But yeah, look out for those. And then also we have a few more reviews coming out with this one. We have, well, actually, no. Death Stranding 2, not coming out yet. We're doing that soon, though. I have to finish it because I'm taking forever, and so does Kanan, who's over there. Braven has finished it, so he's just waiting on us. But the other review is Superman today. We are waiting on James to get here, and we were going to record that. It's going to be very fun. Did he text us say he's not coming? Okay. We might just go ahead and record it. Who knows? But yeah, thank you guys for checking us out. Like and subscribe if you're on YouTube. Follow and rate us 5 stars if you're on Spotify. We're uploading on TikTok and Instagram a lot more, and YouTube Shorts, so make sure to keep your eye out for that. Turn on notification bell so you know that we're posting. If you like us, our socials are in the description below. And yeah, that's about it. I love you guys, but you have to say it back.
Manja, baby.
Manja, baby. Manja.